are live. What's up, everybody? Let me get this all started up and shared out here. Should be going live on X as well as on YouTube. Let me just make sure we're all good. All right, live on YouTube, good there. Let's check it out. And then we are live on X. All right, perfect. All right, let me just get this stuff set up a little bit. Okay, let's get some music going. Let's get this shared out. Gotta post it. Alright, we're good on YouTube, good on Twitter. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I have a few things that I want to do here. Let's jump into a little bit of a face shot. Alright, let me lower the music a little bit. Alright, so been really going hard lately on Claude Code, on OpenClaw, just trying to build things and optimize my life and rebuild my presence on social media. If you're not aware, so my name is Jammin. I've been doing this social media stuff for a very long time, and over the last couple years, as I started having kids and working more full-time jobs, it's just been a little bit more difficult to do. No excuse for why I haven't been better at it, but that's why I'm starting to come out of some of that now. Come out for some air on the other side of it. It's been pretty crazy. I have a 3-year-old and an 8-month-old, so it's been a lot, but it's great. I love my life, love what's going on, and I just want to talk to everybody about the opportunities that I see here with Vibecoding, what I've been doing, how I've found success here, and just experimenting with things, sharing what's going on, what's in the news, and just really trying to get back into this stuff, get comfortable on camera again. So I'm starting with the live streaming first, because I have things that I'm working on that I want to keep working on, and I want to talk to people about and show them what I'm doing and how to vibe code and different tricks, show you guys hacks, tips, shortcuts, use cases, examples, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm working on my Twitter. If you haven't been seeing, I'm purging a lot of inactive followers, people who just don't engage, because apparently when you have these ghost followers, the algorithm treats your account as lower value because it samples out the tweets you put out, and if it puts it in front of a bunch of people who just are never going to engage because they don't even use Twitter, that's not good for you. So I'm just trying to prune that out a little bit. It's going to take a while, trying to get more active, share more tips, more content, so I can really get this going again, because this is something I'm really excited about. And when I get really excited and passionate about something, it becomes a lot easier for me to share, discuss, and make content around. And most of the people in my life just don't give a shit. So it's good to connect with people who do, find like-minded people on here. That's what I've been doing for a long time. So let's get into it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to hit up the chat. I got it open here. Lebwa, I think that's how you say it. Lebwa says, good stream, came to see how you code. Thanks, appreciate it. Let me see if I can get this chat actually on the screen. There we go. Nice. Alright, so let's throw this in the bottom right corner. I think here too. All right, cool. All right, so what I'm working on today is a project that, out of all the projects that I've done so far, this is the one that I use the most. So I haven't settled yet on exactly what I'm doing with the branding and the design and everything like that, but what I can tell you for sure is that I have settled on my ICP, my ideal customer profile. So initially, what I started out with this site is, what I like to do is I like to watch a lot of YouTube. It's probably the main driver of content for me. So my buddy Alex Finn's going live. When is he going? Oh, he's live now. So, probably didn't pick the best time to go live because I'm clashing with him, and I like to consume his content. But what I like to do is I like to watch a lot of YouTube, and especially like longer videos. I like to watch tutorials and learn a lot. So I was having a problem where I would want to find transcripts of the YouTube video, take that, put it into ChatGPT, summarize it for me. If it's like, for example, let's just use Dan Coe for example, because he comes up with really great content. And so let's just use this one here, how to build a better personal brand. So this is one I watched the other day, 20 minutes, but packed full of information. So for someone like me, even a 20-minute video is going to be hard for me to remember everything. Hard to, you don't want to be really taking notes while you're watching YouTube. I'm with the baby a lot, headphones on, just trying to listen. And so I like to go back in and say, all right, he talked about building a personal brand better than 99% of better people. First of all, awesome hook, right? Hooked me in, so I want to learn from that. And I want to get the transcript so I could hear what he says and then develop a plan around it. Throw it into ChatGPT and say, hey, here's the transcript. This is what somebody is advising me to do, and he's a mentor, and I want to learn from him and implement this strategy. And so then it would, and then I would be like, okay, well, let's come up with a graphic that represents this, or a really easy to graphic to understand. Notes, or I really like the whiteboard one, or a mind map, or a cheat sheet. All these different kinds of things that were helping me understand it better. And then I started thinking, all right, well, why don't I just try and automate the process? And I started doing that. Started going into Gemini, typing in prompts, trying to figure out what certain styles I would like best. And then once I started getting a handle on that, I went into Claude Code and was like, all right, let's build this platform where I put in a YouTube URL, and I get a transcript. So you paste it in, analyze it, I get a transcript, and then, okay, well, I also want the summary. So everything that I'm doing in ChatGPT, the things that I'm automating, I'm doing manually, I want to automate. That's basically what I try to do in life these days, is I find things that I do manually, build something to automate it. So what I did here, and maybe it's actually better if I just, instead of the whole display, I do just the window. Might be easier. Alright. So then I wanted to get the transcript, and what I would do is I would get a summary from it, and then I would build pictures, I would build content around it, I would build plans for myself. So I wanted to start doing that more automated. So I built this site, and what I built it around was creating these images. So hold on, you can see over here, I have the full transcript. It's all time stamped. You could copy it, you could download. I have context around it, so I have information about his channel, the description, and then key points. So the AI will analyze the key points for me, and then I could go to it and click on it, and it'll go right to that part of the video.
For the climax,
for example. So I don't know if the music is too loud. You guys let me know if the music's too loud or not, or if it's not loud enough. So I would go to these key points. I'm like, all right, this is the part that I wanted to remember. So I have that. I was starting to put some images together, like for example, whiteboard. So I wanted to see like a whiteboard image, so I can just either watch a video and have this help me understand it better, or not even watch the video at all and just get a quick snapshot of what it is based on the key points, based on some video stuff. And then I started adding text, like, not this. I started adding text like, all right, I want to make an X post about this. Like, this is awesome, I really like it, I want to share it with people, and I want them to know what it's about. So I would just get an X post. And it analyzes the key points, analyzes the transcript, and then creates like ideal posts for you. And so I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it. If I wanted to have the images be first and like just generalize, hey, you could take a video and just create a whole bunch of different types of images. And while doing the testing of that, it started to get expensive. So I was like, all right, well that probably shouldn't be the primary focus, but that's what I tend to use most. So I use these two things a lot every day. And I started thinking about like, all right, should I be niching down? Should I be trying to get more specific? And most of the advice that I get and that I see and that I read from says to do that. So I started building this out, and I couldn't really come across like how to niche it down yet. I was going towards more like generalists and people who like to watch content like me and just consume. But I started going the route of, all right, I need to target content creators, so I need to make this better for the posts themselves. I need to start making more video stuff. So that's what I've been doing lately. And I just wanted to explain like my mindset around how I think about this stuff. And that's like how it went from like 0 to here, from not having anything at all to being like, all right, let me use a little bit of AI to figure out what I want, go to Claude Code, tell it this is what I want to build, and then consistently iterate. And it looks a lot different than when it started. The outputs are a lot different. The way you select things are a lot different. It's all a lot different. So I want to show you guys what I'm working on, show you how I work on these things, what I'm doing right now, things I'm hitting some roadblocks with that I need to fix, and how I would fix them. So that's the first thing I'm going to be covering. The other things I'm going to be covering is how I use Claude Code specifically, not just things that I'm building, but some like the way I build skills and use skills, the way that I use Claude Code to operate my OpenClaw agents, for example. So if I go here, I'll show you. Oh, wrong one. Alright, I'll show you. So I have this X profile Cortana. So this is the agent that I've been building, and I gave her her own Twitter account, her own phone number. I'm going to give her her own email, stuff like that. So she's helping me build and do a lot of the things that I'm doing, helping me manage my content, helping me scrape bookmarks from my Twitter account and load them into a database to show on Airtable so I could read them, helping me with organizing all my content and everything like that. Lot of different things. So I use my Claude Code to operate my Cortana, my OpenClaw agent. And so I don't think a lot of people are doing that yet, and that's something that I want to show you guys how I do it, explain it, and just teach you how to operate this stuff in a more efficient way. So I just put out a couple articles and posts recently. One of them is about using a tool called Composio to connect 800 plus different tools to your agents. So what I would be doing is I would be going through Gmail, Google Drive, Google Sheets, Twitter, YouTube, all these different sources, and you have to go get an API key for every single one of them, which is pretty annoying. So what Composio does is it compiles all the different MCPs for these. So for Gmail, for example, these are all the different tools you can use. So instead of just like going to Google Console, having to create API keys and projects and add scopes and do all that stuff and then figure out a way to store the environment variables, just everything like that. And so this just makes it easy for you. So you use one API key from Composio, and then what you can do typically is you would go in and you would log into each one of these in your like CLI, your command line. And you would just do, it's pretty easy. You would just say like log in Gmail, and it sends you a link and you click on that. But I have Claude Code doing all that for me. So I hook it up with the API for Composio, and then I tell it exactly which integrations I want, and then it has access to all these tools just right off the bat automatically. So I want to just like show you guys different things like that, different tips, walk you through it, do it on live stream so I can work on what I'm working on, talk with the chat, explain things to you guys at the same time, and also be able to take the video from this and transform that into other types of content. And I'm going to do it with the platform that I'm building here that I'm going to show you. So the whole point of this is just to get my video muscle memory going again, build stuff, teach people how, answer any questions, explain what I'm doing, and even if there's no one talking in the chat, I want to just show you what's going on, I want to explain, and I want to narrate as I go, and hopefully it allows me to teach people, give value, and have more content to share on the back end. All right, so let's go back into full screen. So that these are side by side. If you guys are having a problem viewing it, because I have a very wide screen, just let me know and I could show individual. I could show individual views of the windows. But for now, I'm just gonna go and start building this out further. So what I need to do with it. Sorry, my dog's like scratching at the door right now. All right. Hey. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm just gonna work on this and then I'll talk about tips as we go. And then I want to show you guys also eventually like the OpenClaw stuff if anybody's interested in that. Sorry, I just ran. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I just merged in work that I've been doing on my Mac. So the main things I've been doing right now is working on the landing page. So working on the landing page here. And what I want to do is make it simple to understand for people to just come here and get what I'm doing. So I have Claude Code building everything for me. So if we go, I don't think we can resume a chat from my Mac. Let's see. So open up Claude Code. And if you don't know, so if you're using VS Code or if you're using Cursor, you can just go and download the extension for Claude Code here. And we should update it. And then you could use it right in here. So you can use the terminal if you're used to that or you like it, which is Control tilde on your keyboard, and you can load in Chrome and or Claude. And I don't really like to use the terminal as much. It's slower, it lags a lot. It's just not my favorite. So I like to use the extension. It's a lot better in my opinion. But when I want to connect directly to Chrome, I find that the command line is a lot better for that. So I'll show you what I mean. You type in Claude and then -- Chrome. You start it like that, and it gives it the ability to connect directly to your Chrome browser. Also guys, I just want to throw it out there. Please do me a favor and share this video, reply to it, like it, comment, engage in whatever way you feel necessary. It helps. I'm really trying to get this content stuff going again, and any little bit helps. So share it out, please. If you're in any groups with people, talking about Vibecoding, Claude Code, OpenClaw, AI, automation, any of that kind of stuff, please share it with them. I want to try and be very informative, help people out, and share my experience that I'm building this freedom from. I started just being curious about this stuff, playing around with it, ChatGPT, starting off creating bedtime stories and stuff for my kids, and now I have a client that I'm on retainer with for $6,500 a month that's helping me get to my path to freedom, where I'm able to be just in control of my own destiny. And that's what I'm really hoping for with this stuff. So I want you guys to be able to learn from what I'm doing and do it from your own way, in your own way, because obviously we all have different perspectives, we come from different walks of life, but I want people to understand that this stuff is not difficult. It's not simple, but it's not difficult. All right, so you still need to learn, you still need to understand things, and you still need to care. But once you get going, it's really just as easy as talking to your AI. You have to get some things set up. You don't have to be the most technical person in the world, but you still have to at least be open-minded and curious. All right, so I brought over the work that I've been doing on there, so I'm probably just going to have to start from scratch. But what I've been working on is using Remotion. So if you guys are familiar with Remotion, I've been working with it for a while, and I wasn't having the best experience. Just the way that I think I was setting it up, I just wasn't doing it right, and so I put it to the side for a while. But now they've really made an effort to be a lot more usable for agents. So they have skills that have really helped my AI understand better what you can do with this. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do just straight with code, and there's a lot of documents here and a lot of information. So I went through, I scraped it all, I developed the skill around it myself. So you have the Remotion skills that they've put out. Let's see, I don't know where it is. This is their code base. But they have skills, and you're able to really build a lot of cool stuff. So what I'm doing and have been trying to do is taking YouTube videos and turning them into Remotion videos so I can repurpose them for social media content. And so that's what I'm working on right now. So there's two things that I'm really focused on building out with this as I finish the landing page and get ready to launch it. So right now I have the landing page set up, but there's a lot of tweaking I want to do. It's very placeholder-y right now. So it's good. I've built it out. These are more placeholders that I want to put. There's a lot of things here, but I need to fix it up before we're ready. So I'm almost ready to start really putting this thing out there. But in the meantime, I'm trying to build out the video features further. So the way that it works is I'll have a bunch of example outputs here so you can see what they look like, just because obviously you want to have an example and you want to see what the images will come out looking like. So I'll have that, and then when you go here, you have these clip studios and AI video generators. So what I'm trying to do with this clip studio is find moments within the videos that are clippable and make it easy to clip. So I know clipping is becoming very big. If there's, a side hustle for either a younger person or people who maybe got laid off or have a lot of time or work from home or stay at home or whatever, clipping is an industry that's growing fast. And my generation, I'm not like a boomer or anything, but I'm 37. I'm on the older end of like the circles that I'm usually in on X. But in my generation, when I talk to people, they don't really even understand clipping, because a lot of people aren't into the social media, short form content and stuff like that. So when I tell them that kids are getting rich just going to videos, taking clips of them that other people want to see, and then putting them up, and they're getting paid a lot of money to do that, it's hard for like my friends to comprehend that. So I think it's maybe more of a younger generation thing that's going to really lean into it, but clipping is where a lot of the content marketing money is going. There's definitely UGC, user generated content, but clipping, like if people clipping streamers, people going back and clipping long videos to share key moments, highlights, stuff like that are important that you could post on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. That's really a thriving and upcoming business. So I wanted to embed that. So that's something I'm working on here. You can get things like hooks. You can get things like insights, hot topics. Right now, it's showing only insights, and this is a Danco video, so he's very big on insights and teaching. But in other cases, for example, if you look here, wait, no, not that one. You'll see like she has hooks, insights, tips, all different kinds of things. So his is mostly insights, and what it's doing is it's measuring like the different virality metrics, and it's seeing like, all right, what could be viral. It gets the transcript of the clip, suggested caption, analyzes it for you, a hook, and then you could generate the clips. Like this. I think we should probably do it again. Let's start fresh and I'll show you guys live. So what I'm really trying to work on here is building out clips for different platforms, as well as these AI generated videos using Remotion. So what I'm trying to do in the background, right? What I'm trying to do is get a URL in here, a transcript, summary, key points, information about the video, then analyze that video, get good moments out of it to clip, get the key points around that video and like the theme of it and understanding it, so then I can use Remotion, like we see here, to then create videos about that video. So this whole platform is about like repurposing one video into like a week of content. Whether it's you get videos out of it, you get images out of it, you get text out of it. So like I'll just show some examples here, because this was a really good video actually, that I listened to the other day. You guys should check it out. This is Modern Millie. This is how you'll become a content creator in 2026. One of the best videos I've seen in a long time. So she really killed it there. Search that up. All right, so I'm trying to like create different content with a video. So whether it's a video that I put out or what someone else puts out. So you can do images, a bunch of different sources, the outputs here. You could do text, a bunch of different outputs here. And so what I'm trying to do now is I need to get the videos working as much as possible. So I'm gonna go over here. This is connected. If you right click here, the terminal, you can panel position align it to go next to the extension. So this one can connect to Claude Code. So whenever I have a problem that I need it to see, instead of me having to take screenshots, I can say go actually use the app yourself. It takes screenshots of it. It plays with it. It can actually click it. It can actually look at it. So I'll show you what that looks like. If we have any issues, then I can do that. So I need to work on the landing page, and I need to work on the video stuff. That's like the two things that I'm focused on right now. So if we get rid of these, you'll see like different X accounts popping up in the background because I have this Circle Boom extension that's removing my inactive followers. So it's already done 4,300, still another 6,200 to go. And then once that starts getting lower, then I add more and more on. All right, so I have this platform set up. I have things that I want to work on, and I know what I need to do. So what I'll do is I'll load up, and I typically start up in plan mode. So Shift Tab, same thing over here, Shift Tab, you'll see plan mode on, plan mode. And this one will be for things that I need to work on specifically on here. And this one will be like more of the back end stuff. So that's typically how I'll set things up from the jump. I'll go one that I'm gonna focus more back end, and I'll have one that I'm going to focus more front end. And the terminal with Claude Code is good. You can do Playwright if you want, that's a good one. But I like to use Claude Code in Chrome here because it connects right to it. So I'll show you an example of that. Say, all right, I want to work on the landing page. So I'll say something like, all right, let's work on the landing page, and I'll just talk into the mic because I use Whisper. If you're not familiar with Whisper, WISPR. This is Whisper, and you could just like tap two keys on your keyboard, and it will it'll allow you to talk to it and transcribe it for you. So I'll say page, and let's make sure that the layouts are good and we have the navigation working, and that whatever placeholders that we're putting in, we think about what actually needs to go there, and give me a caption below every placeholder with a comment telling me exactly what I should be putting in that place. So if it's an image or an animation or a video or something like that, I want to know. Right. So we'll let that go. You know what? Let me get the model on Opus in the meantime. Opus is really eating up the tokens, so be careful with that. But I'm not gonna be working on it over the weekend, so I don't really need the usage right now. All right, so then I would go and do something like, all right, I'm working on the AI video generator, and we recently made a lot of progress with the remotion integration. And so what I need to do is start testing what we've made with it, and I need your help to make sure that all of the different skills and documents that we put together are connected so the AI understands what kind of prompts to make when we're generating the clips. All right, so like I'll just let that go. So these are working, those will go. It's in plan mode, so it might come up with some questions to ask me or whatever, and then we'll start talking with it. And in the background, I could open up more windows and do more things, but for now, I think what I'll do is I'll see if anybody has any questions or anything. Just make sure that there's no comments that people have left for me that I need to respond to. All right, there's no questions in the chat. Feel free to ask any questions you have. All right, we're good. All right, so one thing I want to cover, and I'm going to be just mixing in business and ideas and planning and stuff like that in addition to the vibe coding and the technical talk. But I recently found a competitor, and so up to this point I didn't think I even had a single competitor, or direct competitor, because most people do like video to transcript, most people do video to like blog, video clip, like clip to clip, like for example like an Opus clip or something like that. Like this is like, you know, one of the top clipping platforms. So I'm not going to compete directly with them. I'm not going to try and be the best clipping platform, because I would have to focus narrowly on that. And there's definitely room for other companies in this, but I don't want to go to where it's going to be a lot harder to break market share. So what I'm trying to do is be more of a one-stop shop for not just clipping, but text and images and like audio podcasts. Like you can make a notebook LM style out of this, for example, like a podcast. And then also videos that like we're talking about. So right now I have these different videos that I'm creating, and an example, let's see, did we do any clipping? I'm not sure if we did it yet. Alright, so like this is a remotion video. So the clipping is great and I want to include it, but I'm not trying to be the #1 clipping platform. I'll improve it over time and the clipping will get better. But I'm trying to have a bunch of different ways where I can just load in like my own YouTube video or someone else's YouTube video and just have a bunch of different kinds of content, including clipping, to go with it. So people that are trying to create content for themselves or for other people, or using other people's content to create content of their own, repurpose it. I'm trying to be that. And it took me building like 20 plus projects to want to niche down and narrow down to exactly what this focus is for me. So I've been working on this a while. I've been working on a bunch of other things in between, and it really just hit me that this is the one thing that I use every day. I watch a lot of YouTube. I do a lot of video repurposing manually, and I wanted to do it automatically. And so then I also started being like, all right, well, why stop at YouTube? Let's see if we can make other things work. And so I started going to, for example, Twitter and TikTok and Instagram, and so you could take videos from all these different ones. Like, let's see if this one here will work for us. So you paste it in here, you see it identifies that it's from X, you analyze it, let's throw up the console log and see if there's any errors along the way. Okay, let's clear this. All right. Let's see, there might be errors. Okay, if there's errors, then that's something we'll go fix. Let's open this up. So I started doing like other different platforms and started being like, all right, well, if everyone's like only really able to do this for YouTube, if I can break into the other platforms as well, that'll be huge for me. All right, so let's see. This doesn't seem to be working for this video here. Let's throw that in there. Twitter video URL having issues. So that one didn't work. Let's try it again. See if there's something wrong. All right. The backend isn't returning the proper access. So it's working for the YouTube, right? Let's try this again. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done two at once. Let's see. Alright, so it's working on that. This one finished, so this is the landing page here. And what I realized is my landing page isn't as good as I want it to be in terms of like describing exactly what we do, where we do it. So this is good, but I want it to be better. So I was looking at, like, for example, Opus Clip. I really like this one. I really like, what is it? Sub Magic. This one, I like this landing page. It's another one like Create Viral Shorts. This is really cool. So this is one that's like inspiring me in terms of like way to create clips. Same thing with the Opus Clip. And then this one is a direct competitor, but I have way more outputs than they do. But I really like their landing page. So this right here is like, okay, wow, they're doing a great job of showcasing the different types of things that they can do right in the beginning. So mine, you have to like scroll down, and then I'm gonna have examples of it. But this, like, you could see it all right from there. You don't even have to scroll down if you don't want to. And so that's what I need to work on here. So this is going through the landing page, making sure everything's working. It's gonna add placeholders for me, and I'm gonna just add what I was talking about. So I'm gonna say what I want from the hero section is to show exactly what we do, and using an animation to showcase different use cases and examples is probably the best way to do that. So I either have to create an animation, maybe that's like Remotion, maybe that's using SVG with Framer, or maybe that's just creating a different kind of video. But whatever it is, I believe that I need to have some kind of animation doing that for us. All right. Throw that out there. This one should be good. There's a bunch of files. Documentation's disconnected. Prompts are hard-coded. All right. That sounds good. And this one fixes applied to the server. So let's load that in. Alright, so this one is asking me what kind of animation type. So do I want Framer, SVG, pre-rendered, Remotion? And I'm just gonna say brainstorm this and think about what would work best. Remember that Opus, Submagic and YT Scribe have good animation showcases, but they're more screenshots than SVGs or Remotion. Right. Use cases. Which use cases should the hero do? We'll showcase some social posts, images, and videos for now. Okay. Next. Should the hero animation be interactive or auto-playing? Auto-playing. Okay, so let that go. Alright, all this is working. Everything's going. Alright, so I think it's a good time to step away from this for a sec. Actually, let's go back and check the Twitter. Let's see if that works yet. So I've had this working in the past, but for whatever reason, it's not working right now. Again, if anyone has any questions, feel free, let me know. I would be happy to answer any. If you want to know anything about OpenClaw or anything like that, let me know. I've been really, really working on those. So, Cortana is mine. Maybe I'll showcase something like that. who are you and what do you look like? Typing that to Cortana right now. All right, so let's see. What should we talk? Should I keep going here? No one's talking in the chat, and that's fine, but then I'll have to figure out the direction because there's no questions. This should be working by now. Let's let that go through and see if something works there. All right. One of the things that I wanted to talk about. So let's just take a pause for a second. Go over here. All right. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was using Claude Code and OpenClaw in collaboration. So something that a lot of people haven't realized yet is that if you have Claude Code and you have OpenClaw, you can have your Claude Code talk to the OpenClaw and actually do the work in setting it up, managing the configurations, managing the security, all that kind of stuff. So the way to do that is by just saying something like, hey Claude Code, I want you to SSH into the IP address of my OpenClaw. And so what does that mean? You're basically telling it to log in to the OpenClaw using the IP address, which is like its unique identifier, and where it's not identifier, but it's the URL that the Claude Code logs in with or understands where to connect to. It's the URL of the server, really. So you can do it yourself in the terminal. That's typically what people have to do. Go in the terminal and type SSH, copy and paste the IP, and then it'll log in for you. So what I've done, and maybe I should show it. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'll showcase it, but I want to clear this stuff first. Alright, let's get Opus back. Alright, and then we'll go over here. Alright, so let's bring Cortana in here. Alright, so this is my OpenClaw that I'm talking to on Telegram. This is Cortana. Showing. Opus 4.6 has kind of like removed some of her personality, which is really interesting because 4.5 didn't, and you have an identity and a soul for these bots. So let's show what that looks like. So I'll say something like, when I first started, and I don't even know if I need to post this here. There it is. Yep, that's what Cortana looks like. Cortana from Halo, essentially. Alright, so when you want to log into OpenClaw, you'll do something like SSH. Let me do a window. Let's see, is it this one? No, it's not that one. Come on, window capture. Why can't I find it? You know what? I think I need to add a different one specifically. Alright, let's try that. Let's try a different window capture. Reset. No, that's not working. Alright, let's start a new terminal. And let's see if we can connect to it. Why isn't it? weird. Maybe I shouldn't show it like that. Alright, I guess this is good for now. Alright, so you would type something like SSH and then your IP address would be like something like that. And then you would try to connect to it and it would go right into the OpenClaw. So what I did is I asked Claude Code to do it so that it creates an environment, it creates a variable, or it creates a command that I can remember that I don't actually need to type in the IP address. So for example, I told Claude Code create SSH, so a command so I could put SSH and just OpenClaw. So SSH OpenClaw, I could put SSH, and then just that connects to my agent now. That's the or I would have to type in the password here, which I'm not going to do right now. But then I would connect to the agent, and then that's how you're able to use everything. So once you do that, then you can do something like let's exit that, and then I created another one for the dashboard that it comes with. So SSH OpenClaw-UI. Right, so that opens up the dashboard here. So the tip here is to start off using Claude Code to tell it to create a command for you so that you can have a memorable name to type in, so you can just connect to these things without having to remember the IP addresses and different more technical commands. And then the next thing would be the next thing would be having Claude Code go in and do it itself. And instead of you typing in the SSH, you have Claude Code do that. So that's what we'll do next. So I'll say, all right, we'll go into Claude. And again, if anyone has any questions or things you want to see specifically, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. And then you could say, all right, connect to my Cortana OpenClaw using the SSH OpenClaw command. Alright, so this is like the first step to getting Claude to go in and not just configure things for you, but it can analyze the... Maybe I shouldn't be showing that specifically. Actually, we'll clear that. Let's see. Just in case, you never know. So now we're in there, basically like connected to the OpenClaw as if it was me, and now we can do things for it, with it. And for example, one of the reasons why this is important to do is because OpenClaw goes down a lot. The servers go down a lot when you're trying to do things and you're saying like build stuff for yourself, change the configurations, add security measures, whatever it is. And then, actually, let me you have it crash a lot because if it changes a configuration or updates something, let me finish my thought, then I'll respond. Update something, it'll crash in the background and you won't even realize it. It'll just be down. And so it's called a gateway, like the login, right? Saying like the connection that the OpenClaw is up and is active. That's the gateway. And a lot of times the gateway will just stop and there's nothing in place to like get it restarted again. There's nothing in place to alert you that it's happening. It just stops responding. So then you have to really go and try and figure it out yourself. And most people just won't. They won't know how to figure it out. Or they'll copy and paste things like, hey, this is what happened. They'll go to ChatGPT. This is what happened. Help me. Or they'll even go to Claude. This is what happened. Help me. Or they'll go to Claude Code. This is what happened. Help me. But it's a lot different when you connect Claude Code as if it's you, because now it can see all the logs. It can change the configurations. and it could do a lot of other cool things, which I'll talk about. Dubious NFT Lover says, GM Ben, been loving your content. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Just really trying to share value and teach people what I'm working on, because this is the coolest stuff I've ever worked on in my life, and it's never been easier to build things for yourself. So that's what I'm trying to really showcase to people here. All right, so it's connected, and I could say something like, for example, I created an error log. So I created an error log, and I would say, hey, my OpenClaw keeps shutting down, and it's not alerting me, it's not telling me, and I can't figure it out. And I don't know what's going on, so I need you to figure it out. Look through the chat logs and help me out. So I'll say something like, look through the chat logs and find if there's been any errors lately, and then if there has been, log them into our error log and note them for if they happen again, we know how to fix it. Right? So then, you can do this in Cortana or in your OpenClaw, but you're going to be using API tokens regardless, with each thing you do, right? So I'm not using API usage. I'm just using my Claude Code usage, which I pay monthly for. So this is just doing the work for me. I'm not using any API tokens for it, and it's going to do it in a way that even if Cortana's down, it's still working. Dubious said, yeah, I've been loving using this and definitely trying to learn more. Yeah, man, happy to help. If you have any questions, just let me know. There's a lot of different things you can do, and it's just really limitless. So I have my Claude Code connected to my OpenClaw, and it's able to do things for me. So I'll open up a couple others so we can mess around and do different things. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, let's get this one over here. Do this in the middle, and this one on the side. We'll do two like this. Okay, this one will Claude. I'll say, oh, I'm already logged in. SSH OpenClaw. So now it'll connect to OpenClaw also. It'll connect to my agent. So this one's going through the errors recently, because I've had some crashes and stuff, so I want it to identify why. And then it's going to log it into the error log so that I know, and not that I know, so it knows again, if it ever sees this in the logs or anything like that, you know what the fix is. Another thing is, I have it automatically every 15 minutes using Heartbeat check the gateway. So if I'm working on something and I don't even realize what's going on, I don't know it's down, it'll actually go in, see it's down, it'll say gateway shut down or something like that. It'll restart it for me, which is something Cortana can't do. It'll restart it for me, and then what am I saying? It'll restart it for me, and then it'll send me an alert on Telegram telling me what happened. So I think, let's see if there's any here recently. No, that's a good thing. All right. So found a lot of errors. Create the error log and update the memory. There should be an error log for Cortana already. All right, and then this one right here. Let's see. I want to see if this is working. Call me. I gave her own phone number, so it wasn't working before. Let's see if this is working. And if not, then maybe I'll try over here. Let's see. Alright, that's still broken, so I need to fix that. The API key gets rejected and the toilet number isn't found. Same issue as last time. I need to fix this. I'm going to debug the API stuff. No, we could do that later. Never mind. Alright, so that's not working right now. I'm gonna throw up a separate terminal, actually, and let that work on the side up here. Just in case it like has any API key stuff that it needs work on, which I think it does. Okay. So I'll just copy that, throw it up there. All right, let's do that. So while this is working, so it's going through and it's looking into errors for me. It's finding them and it's creating an error log and putting it in memory. So while that's going, I'll show you what I've been building with it. So here is this. Let's open up local. There we go. All right, so I've been building like this operating system here and using the Claude code to build it for me based on what Cortana's doing. So she's creating files, updating memory, changing configurations, and I can go here and see all the different files that she's working on. The next thing that I want to do is build like a task management system for her so I could see exactly what she's doing, when she's doing it, see the different things that she's done. So using Claude Code, I'm able to build all this stuff while connected to my OpenClaw without using any of the tokens that OpenClaw would use. So a lot of people might go in and like ask her to build something for herself because she is either on a Mac Mini or a virtual private server, and so they'll say, hey, build this website for yourself, and that's going to use API tokens. Now there's another tip, so I can't go into the details, but you can use Claude Code to operate the actual bot itself. So if you use the Claude CLI, they have a skill for it. It uses sub-processes, and you can have the Claude Code working on the private server or the Mac Mini itself. So there's a lot of cool different things that you could do here. So we'll drop this. Let's see if we can get another thing to do on a terminal. All right. Okay. So what I would do with her is I'll say something like, all right, look into my bookmarks and find a bunch of different sites that people use when they launch digital products. You should have bookmarks that have talked about it, and I want you to go find the ones that mention it and then list them here. All right, so let's send her off to go do that. Let me actually show you what she built for me. So using Airtable, I had her go in, get all of the different bookmarks that I have in my Twitter. So if we pull this up right here and I go to bookmarks, so like it went through all the different bookmarks that I have, thousands of them. This is something that I've been wanting to do forever, is have a better bookmark management system. So I had her go in, do it for me. It's connected to my Twitter, again, using Composio. For anyone who wasn't here earlier when I spoke about it, using Composio, you're able to connect to 850 plus different apps. So I have her connected to my Twitter, and you could do all these things. All right. So using Twitter, it was able to go into my bookmarks, get all the information from them, store them, put them in this Airtable for me with all the likes, all the retweets, so I know what's popular, I know what content it is, I know if there's media or not, I know the category of it. So I can now search through them, or she can search through them. So think about all the bookmarks that you've saved over the years, not even just this week, over the years, that you're like, man, like I wish I could go back to that, or like open tabs that you have. Like I have so many of this stuff. So that's what I'm doing with that. And like I could probably build a product around this now, right? Like how many people want access to their bookmarks in a much better way to be able to search through them, make content around them, or just, for example, no, wrong one. For example, there's a lot of things like things that you want to do or get back to. I want to go back and read this. Or, all right, InVideo launched AI motion graphics. I want to go back to that. But I don't remember. Like I have ADHD, so that's already bad enough. But I can use my agent to go back and be like, hey, tell me about different strategies. Like I'll show you exactly an example that I was doing before. No, I can't find it. But here, tell me about the GTM strategy we spoke about earlier from the bookmarks. So I have a lot of different bookmarks to talk about. Like, here's what you do when you're going to market with your app. Here's websites you go to. Here's how you make content. Here's all the different things that you do, right? And like, I'm not going to remember what they all are or how to get to them or who said them. So I have her go through them and come up, all right, read all of it, come up with a plan. All right, here's all the different things we're going to do. All right. Dubious said, this is a genius idea to take your existing bookmarks. I had mine build a bookmark manager, but did not think to have my ex bookmarks pulled in. Yeah, exactly. So like she can go through, get all the bookmarks for you, like I have here, and then you could use it to figure out like, okay, what type of posts actually get engagement? How can I make posts like this, or how can I learn from this, or how can I use the strategy around it? But all right, so what I said before, look into my bookmarks and find different sites that people use when they launch digital products. All right, so here's a bunch of different error things that it found. A bunch of different errors. So, all right, the existing error log had 3 documented errors. I appended the new errors. Okay, so we'll say, now that you know about these errors, let's put a system in place to either prevent them or diagnose and fix them when they when they emerge again. So you're teaching your OpenClaw through your Claude code, not using any of the tokens. You're teaching it its memory, things to learn, how to get smarter over time. And again, I'm not using the API tokens that I would have to use here, which, like, think about how many tokens it's going to be using doing all of this work. It's one thing if I'm just like, hey, like, look through some stuff, bring some text out and talk to me. It's not going to cost you any tokens. But doing this kind of work would. And if Cortana even could in the first place. All right, so here's what your bookmarks say. These are launch sites people actually use. All right, so now what I can do is say, for example, I'll reply to this. In case we missed these in our GTM strategy, add these different sites to the strategy for us and create a plan that prioritizes them by tier. That should be good. And go deeper into Luke Miller's advice and John Rush's 21 method guide for getting first 100 users, analyze them, and see if we should integrate that into our GTM strategy for retail. Damn, I can't get it to say retail. It keeps going retail. I don't know if it's my accent or not. All right, so here's a GTM strategy that we got from the bookmarks. Phase 1, pre-launch. Phase 2, launch blitz from Mark Liu. Phase 3, launch our Chrome extension. Phase 4, put SEO, content marketing, compounding growth, multi-platforms. Cool. All right, so content marketing, yep, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to launch a Chrome extension, which I got the idea from YT Scribe. Thank you very much. They get like 500,000 users or something, and they get great distribution through that. So that's something I definitely want to try and do. Paper Ant 7507 says, have you tried the DeepSeek OCR technique? I screenshot large MD files and resize them to 400, 500 pixel width. I wrote a Python script to auto do that. Basically 2x context window. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's dope. I don't think I need that anymore, just because the most recent OpenClaw update actually came with QMD memory upgrade. Let me Eli 5 that. Eli 5 the QMD memory upgrade and see if that fixes what you're trying to do. Also, let's see. All right, so that's going. I want to see. So, is this disconnected? SSH, yeah, that's disconnected. OpenClaw UI. I think it just went down. Let's see. Oh, it's making updates. Okay, it shut down the gateway. Okay. There you go. All right. So while that's working, let's shut that down, shut that down, that down, that down. Okay, we don't need this. Let's see where we're at. Circle Boom, 4,400 inactive followers removed. Nice. It's doing it for me if you can't tell. So this is automated. It's doing all the follower removal for me. Just going through remove, all automated. All right, this is working now. Should be getting a response from her. See, that's a great example actually. So it went down, the gateway went down. There was nothing that alerted me. I couldn't tell. I'm just waiting for a response. And then I go to my terminals and I see it's working on stuff. And so it went through, it restarted it, and now it's up and running again. Okay. So let's see. You there? All right. So Paper Ant, the QMD is a query memory database, a local search engine for her files. It has memory, it indexes them like Google indexes websites, and when she needs something, she searches the index instead of reading every file. So it's a much more efficient memory system now. You said use image vision tokens are more efficient. It's a DeepSeek OCR technique. You can get almost 10x context per token. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying. Screenshot MD files and resize them to auto do that. So what is resizing MD files doing for you? I'm curious. Okay. All right, that's good. Let's see. Crash. Trying to get that the calling working again, so I can show you guys how that works. All right, so she should be up and running. She's working on it now, but for some reason the Telegram gets disconnected sometimes. The chat messages aren't getting sent to Telegram. And again, like if you're using just the OpenClaw, you don't know that this stuff is happening in the back end. You don't know it's shutting down. You don't know that she's actually saying something to you. Like right here, you could see the chat is actually working, but for some reason it's not coming through on Telegram yet. You said you resize the image, vision tokens are counted on resolution. But are you saying like what tokens are you referring to? Like when you're using your OpenClaw? Telegram keeps reconnecting, but there's no message traffic. Yeah, this is something that I've seen issues with as well, where you get a lot more information coming through the dashboard chat than you actually do in your your Slack or your Telegram, whatever. So this right now is down, I think. And it says the gateway's running. Send her a test. Okay, let's try again. So you can see she's getting it over here. She even responded. She's in the middle of working on something, this tool, but she's not responding to me on Telegram. And it could be because she's in the middle of doing this work too. But what I want to get out of this is I want like this message that she sent, yeah, working on it now. I should also be getting that in Telegram. And by default, you don't get her thinking. So if you see this, there's a lot of like different things that she's doing thinking. Like you don't get a lot of that by default. You have to change configurations. All right, so the gateway is polling, consuming, but there's no message flow. All right. Okay. Let's get this out of there. All right. So disconnected. Stream will show hold responses until complete, then send. Here, let me. All right. So these are going. The bookmarks. All right. That's good. Get that going. Okay. So while this is working, let's throw this up here. Working on getting that up. So she's crashing on the startup. Oh, it's something with the QMD actually, which we were just talking about. I think it actually did something with the QMD. So while that's going, let's check out over here real quick. All right, so this is about the retail platform that I'm building. Working on a few different things. One of them of which right now, trying to get the Twitter video analysis working. For some reason it wasn't. Oh, you know what? I don't think we committed yet. Okay, that's gonna do the landing page that we're working on. This is working on the videos, critical rules always included. Okay, that's working on the videos. This is working on, this should be fixing the Twitter issue. All right, let's get those going. You got this one here. So it's fixing those errors. This is back online. Okay, this should be good now. And again, this is Claude Code doing back-end work for me, not costing me any tokens, only the usage from my Claude Code account. All right, so she's typing. Let's get the dashboard back up. Okay, so she's responding here, but I'm not getting this. So I'm gonna say, specifically, I'm going to here, and I'm gonna say, this text is coming through in the chat session, but I'm not seeing it on Telegram. All right, so it says she's typing, so she's still working. Okay, so she's working, and sometimes when she's actually doing things, it'll show typing, but it's because she's actually doing stuff in the background. But the problem that I'm seeing is I should be getting this. That's what I need to be happening right now. No, I mean, Cortana said this in the chat, but I'm not seeing it in Telegram. Alright, so let's see, is that still going? Alright, those are still going. Response is showing OpenClaw, but not forward to Telegram. So it's checking that for me now. Let that go. Let's see if the Twitter's working over here. So this should be analyzing a Twitter video, getting captions, transcripts, summaries, all that stuff. Telegram starting successfully, but there's a configuration error with the memory. Okay, so now it's fixing a memory issue. There's a conflict. Multiple bot instances are running at the same time. Okay, so that's another error. So as we find more errors, we log it, and then we store it in the memory so that it understands next time when there's two bots running to cancel one of them, because that's not right. It's not proper. Vision tokens are counted on resolution. In general, Claude Code. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Vision tokens are more efficient. So instead of putting in large MD files where it's going to read all of the individual characters as tokens, you're taking a screenshot of it, changing the resolution, and sending it in so it sees the image and not all of the tokens of the actual characters. That makes a lot of sense. That's a good idea, Paper Ant. All right, so see, she's saying this. So root issue, the memory backend has an issue. Doctor fixed the config, restarting the gateway to reapply the changes. All right, so the gateway's been working, the chat dashboard's been working, but she hasn't been responding to me in the Telegram since we asked about the QMD. And so something went wrong with the QMD when we asked about the QMD, which is really interesting. All right, so let's see. Respond to me in Telegram. All right, so she's still building a plan. So I think I keep interrupting her. But again, this came through, and I need to be seeing that on here, so it's not just her doing stuff in the background and me not seeing it. All right, so obviously there's an issue over here. Transcript's not working for that Twitter one. All right, so let's bring this up. We'll throw this back in. Still seeing issues. Let that go. All right, so she responded. Telegram bot tokens returning this. Can you regenerate the bot token? Meantime, I mean, you just responded to me, so that's working. Okay. Let's see if she can call me again. Oh, wait. In the meantime, let's just say this again. So it should be working because she did just respond to me. So. Okay. Let's see if this is bad gateway. The backend isn't running properly. All right, fix that. All right, figure it out and fix it. Vibecode. All right. So should be getting a response from her. Okay. Cortana health report. Okay, so that's new. So we increased that. So let's see. I'm getting check the logs to see what she's saying. Oh, wait, am I getting it? Okay. Boom. All right, perfect. All right, launch day, product hunt, hacker news, indie hackers, beta list, Reddit, buy me a coffee. Boom. Here's my launch day. All the stuff I'm going to do on launch. Here's his 21 methods to get customers, cold emails, DMs, pilot programs. All right, going to set up a plan for all of that. Distribution, launch timeline, boom. Okay, full doc with all submit links to save. Add this to Notion or Airtable. Add this to Notion as a document plan. So through Composio, like I've showed you guys before, she's connected to both my Airtable and my Notion right now. So add this to Notion as a document plan, and also, no, we won't do Airtable yet. Let's just keep this as a plan, and we'll start going more meta later on. Let's see if the calling is working yet. Turn off Do Not Disturb. Was that her that called me? That might have been her that called me before. Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's see. So we got this done. Let's see if that's still working. Will that be the active phone number? No, it's not right. Let's see. Four seven one 3627. Up. Oh, she's still doing the Notion document first. All right, so that's the thing. We need to wait for her to finish one thing before she could do the next thing. Dorado, can this launch shitters for infinite wealth? I'm sure it could. I'm sure it could. You can, give it a pump fund account, seed it with a wallet with some crypto, say, go create a new pump fund every day. I'm sure you could. Like, scan the news, see what's crazy out there, create a coin around it. I'm sure you could. Okay. Save her phone number. Okay. Alright, finished the Notion stuff already. It's still doing that. Alright, well that's going. Let's check back in over here. Alright, it's 3 o'clock. Good on time. Issues were server crash. Let's try this again. All right, great. Now let's run our dev, npm run dev, and let's see if we get a good looking landing page here. Close the browser in there. Alright, it's taking a sec. Why is everything going so slow right now? Alright, let's go landing. Okay, I didn't really need it to build it for me. I was more explaining what I need, but not bad. I'll create this one myself. Yeah, I mean, looks clean. All right, and then all of these will be filled out. Scroll to explore. Okay, don't like that. I don't like the scroll to explore. I would rather have it as a grid or even a bento box, depending on the sizes of them. All right, cool. That's good. Let's see if this is working yet. Let's check the deployments. Cortana should be working at this point. Let's try this again. Everything's just going really slow for me right now. All right, Dorado, see you soon, brother. Stale cron job. Okay, so my watchdog that checks the health of the gateway said that there's something wrong. There's a stale cron job detected. She's running. All right, so that's a new error for us. All right, so we'll say here's an error. Fix it and log it. Okay. Yeah, like why is this not working either? Close shit down. Might have too much stuff open. Let's get that music playing again.
Coming on now, I'm bringing back 2022. Some of your top songs from the year, starting with Jay-Z.
2022, sheesh. Old school music. Old 4 years ago. Old school. Alright, much better. Alright, so I'll make this a video. These will probably be images, and maybe we'll do the podcast right there. Okay, great. Where the mind map is, we'll want to show a clip and or AI generated video, and where the cheat sheet is, we'll probably want to show a podcast. And they'll be actually usable and interactive. Okay, there we go. Cortana's getting back online. Thank you, Claude Code. Again, like, Cortana would never be able to do this stuff herself because if she's down, she can't fix it. Right? Like, that's intuitive, isn't it? So that's why you should, if you have Claude Code, connect it. I wonder if you could do that with, I don't know if Gemini CLI or Codex CLI, you could probably do the same things. Phone system is what? Saying the phone number I gave it isn't working. That can't be right. Alright, let's let's fix that. I'm just doing it off to the side just in case it shows any kind of credentials or anything. So let's see, my assistant. Where's the phone number? Oh, it is a different number. Okay. I had it wrong. Okay, so that was my fault. Thanks, Claude Code. I shouldn't have questioned you. So this is refactoring this right here. We should see that pop up live as it finishes it. Alright, that's not loading. Let's try this again. I'm gonna make this one work. All right, we got almost 200 people watching here. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Guys and girls, appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you, everybody commenting, sharing, replying. Means a lot. You guys are killing it. All right. Yeah, so just so everybody knows, if you upgrade your Claude Code and stuff like that, then you're stuck. Not stuck because it's a bad model, but you're stuck using Opus 4.6 because they're not allowing you to use 4.5. And from what I could see, 4.6 uses like 10 times the token usage, or not token usage, but like 10 times the weekly usage or whatever, the total usage, whatever it is. So I'm using it for now, but my usage is blowing up. I'm probably gonna just be using Sonnet for now, actually, just because I don't want to be held back in the beginning of next week if I go through too much of that today. Let's switch up the model here too. Okay. Empty local host. There we go. Nice. And these are placeholders, but still, that looks great. All right, cool. We're gonna have to fix this, but that's okay. Don't need it now. This could look better. Need to fix the text here so it doesn't look so awkward. Let's just throw that on there. If you want to paste images, by the way, all right. If you're on Windows, you can do Window Shift S, hold it and drag, and it'll take a screenshot for you. And then you can do Alt V in your command line. If you just press Window Shift S, you see this little bar up here. So this is screenshot, this is video record, and you could change them. So right now it's on rectangle where you just like drag it. But you could also do window, full screen, freeform. You could do the same with recording a video if you want to. So like if I want to do like a quick product demo, I could just go here, do the window or do the rectangle. Yeah, you know what, we'll do it over here, for example. Go like this. I want to just say like, all right, product, demo, rectangle. I want to show this screen. and then you press start. You get a 3, 2, 1. Alright, so you go like this. It's recording this whole thing. Throw it in there. Alright, so something's going on with the Twitter. So the Twitter's still not working. Alright, so then we'll go in here. Twitter still not. Alright, so we'll focus on this stuff for now. So let's get a better YouTube video. Cancel this recording for now. Alright, let's see. You can see a lot of kids stuff on here too, because kids. 22 1-minute habits that save me 25 hours a week. I'm down. Alright, so I would normally watch something like this and then be like, alright, I don't remember what the 22 ones are, so I need to go back and, find a transcript, put it in ChatGPT, get them to send me the information so I could plan it out. But now I just do it all myself, just right through here. So we'll just load it up, analyze it, get that going, see what's wrong with that. Okay. All right, landing's looking good. We can move on from that now. Let's check out our Twitter. So let's try this again with the call me. See if that's working yet. Alright, so now we have the 22 1-minute habits. We have the transcript already. It's all time stamped out. We have key points, all time stamped out. Phone number isn't set up. Okay. Why is it not set up? We already did this. Right, let's see if there's something I need to fix. I can't tell if the music's too loud or not.
On TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I didn't pay all my dues. No instruction, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, you hear me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. My diamonds be VVs.
Again, if anyone has any questions on anything, let me know. Please feel free. Be happy to help. Still contacts, the number is set up. Okay. That should be working. It might not be going through. Right, while that's going, let's check over here. Tweet doesn't have an accessible Twitter syndication API. Video in that tweet. Oh, so there's something wrong with the tweet? Okay, well, let's do this first. Alright, so let's create clips from this. So we get a bunch of insights, which doesn't seem right. It shouldn't be giving me just insights. So let's create a Claude code for this. The Clip Studio, for some reason, is giving me all insights. So I need you to take a look into that and make sure there's not something broken. Alright, and then we're going to screenshot this and just send it over. Alright, so as you guys know or notice, I'm just speaking in straight up plain English. Just real clear, simplified, not going very technical or anything. So just really trying to save time and be direct. That's really it. Like I don't need to prove that I know any technical words with her. I just say like something's wrong, go fix it. If I know what's wrong, then I could be more technical. But I don't need to say any more than that. So let's just see what it has here. So insight is all right. According to the publishers, is the world most followed productivity expert. So totally obsessed with finding really small. Okay, so I don't like that. I don't think it's supposed to be giving me just insights right now. So let's see what it shows with that. Let's try to generate a video here. We'll do a hook reel. We'll do key points, and then let's try to do a YouTube short. Learning tips. Let's see how these go. All right. So while those are going, it should be filtering for actually viral content. Okay. Yeah, the detection got a little bit broken. Oh, because it started filtering for only things that it thought was above a certain virality. Let's see, but are we seeing the virality? I'm actually not seeing any of the virality functionality in the Clip Studio anymore. It used to show me the total virality of all the clips and then also the individual breakdowns of them. Yeah, so something there isn't working right. Because it's supposed to show us like this. Like this. The virality analysis, all the different analysis, the average virality, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I should be seeing out of this. Oh, okay, there we go. Wait, that's yeah. All right, it updated already. That's good to know. Okay. So now it has hooks, insights, tips. There we go. This is exactly what I was looking for. All right. So what if I made a bundle? This is his, right? Okay. Somebody gotta stop him, man. I'm haters watching too hard. I think they got binoculars. Every nigga with me, I'm go. It ain't no stopping us. Niggas acting like they got the back. I'm trying to stop it up. Do this for the bros down the road. Gotta lock it up. All you gotta do is say smoke, then we popping up. Baby got the streets on hold. He ain't something off with the ports for the calling, so it's working on that right now. Perfect. All right, so let's not generate 15 clips. Let's do a hook, an insight, and a tip. All 30 seconds for TikTok. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's try this again. Okay, that's what I thought. It was showing me the older one. Oh, wrong video. So we need to say, alright, here's what's missing. Do you see the average virality score and the virality for each of the clips and the virality analysis? That's the kind of stuff we need, and for some reason it's missing now. Alright, now let's go over here, see what happened to these videos. I think we need to do it again. It got off the page. Let's see. Is this working? Quality. Nope, I broke something. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's give it to this one that's on Claude Chroma, we'll say. Let's clear this. The Remotion videos are not processing correctly now since we did that big update. So I need you to double check and use the site if necessary. Alright, so it's going to use the site for me. Let's get this up there, all the fixes. That's still working, so let's take that out. Regenerate. Cortana should be able to call now. Let's try it out. Let's try it again. We are over 200 viewers. Thank you everyone who's here and hanging out. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's see. Cortana should be able to. Come on, you could do it. Still same errors. We need to give her the different phone number. All right. So as you can see, everything doesn't always go as anticipated on first try. That's why there's still friction with this stuff, to be completely candid. Okay. Yeah, see, this broke. So I updated the entire system this morning, trying to make it smarter, and it didn't work. Or it's not working yet. So this is the kind of stuff we should be seeing. Alright, so we need to get that working again. So we'll see. Alright. Yeah, so all this stuff that we did is actually not doing great. Alright, so it's checking that for me. Let's see. Let's try this again. I want to get this working. It's crazy. Like, all this stuff was just working yesterday, and you make a few updates, and things break so hard. Life of a builder. Okay. There you go. It's coming up as spam. Interesting.
By upgrading to a full account, press in.
Okay, so something's wrong. We got. Let's try again. So I don't think that was her. I think that was something about the account. Let's try it again and see what was wrong. There should be no issues. The accounts are both working fine. All right. So the calling is coming in, but maybe something with the assistant. Let's see. Hello? Ah. So it called me, but something's going wrong. Alright, so there's something there that I need to check with like the logs and stuff. So, alright, I'll check that another time. Not waste time here on that. Okay. Let's see. Alright, can't access the browser, potential issues, lines, direct browser might be failing. We need to test on production. But something broke when we made big changes to the remotion system. I'm seeing just a black screen with a yellow dot. Alright, so let's share that. Let's also share the console logs. so they understand what's going on. Okay. Let's see if circle boom's still going. 4,500. Perfect. Still removing those inactive followers. Air generated composition has syntax errors. Okay. So I'm using the system called Vappy for like the voice calling, and Twilio. And I think what's happening is it's supposed to be using the Vappy, but it's actually using the Twilio one. So let's see. Let's see what's wrong there. All right. So this is fixing that. This is fixing that. This is fixing that. Perfect. And by fixing, I mean working on it, and I assume it's going to work at some point. Found the issue. Okay, so let's see. That tweet wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good working tweet. Let's see over here. Let's go to... we can't just check video, right? Let's see if there's a good one here. Oh, you know what? One that I wanted to look at? Starter story. Alright, let's look at this one with Tebow. Alright, so it knows that it's X. Let's see, is it going through? So far, so good. Okay, so OpenClaw was trying to use Twilio for the calling, but it's supposed to be using Vappy. That's the problem. All right, so as it's fixing that, let's try this again. Let's see. Okay, so it's restarting her. See how it's going over here on the circle boom. All right, let's get this call going. Come on, you can do it. All right, so circle boom is going through the inactive followers. It's paused for 10 minutes. All right. All right, Cortana's calling. Let's see.
Count. Press any key to execute your code.
What was that? All right, something's going wrong. I'll just fix that later. So the number's working. That's working. There's still issue. Diagnose. Oh, it's not working right. I'm getting the call, but not from the assistant. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm still getting, it's like it's weird. It's like an error from the voice. now for listening to the calls. I'm queuing session on the Vibey side every time, but I can't check the calls are going through on the Vibey side. Okay, so something's going wrong with that. We'll fix it another time. Not going to focus on it right now. Can you check previous GitHub commits to see how the phone calls were working before? Or just figure out what's going wrong, because it's saying something about a trial account, but that's been working and hasn't been an issue. Okay. All right, so we'll see. All right, so this one, let's go test this. So that's the videos. This is the Twitter. That's the Clip Studio. And I don't think I need that one right now. All right, so let's try this again. Tebow. All right. Oh. Oh, it's already done. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. It worked. All right. So the video player's not working. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. This is great. All right. So the Twitter's working now. Built 4 separate SaaS. Right? That's what it says. Built 4 separate SaaS. Perfect. Awesome. All right. That's good. This is working. That video is not working. Doesn't matter. All right, let's try some outputs here. So the whole point of that video is Tebow built 4 separate SaaS to 100K. All right, so this is a 19-minute video that I'm not watching right now. But the 5 products that generate, biggest mistakes, how he ships MVPs, 12-step playbook. All right, so what we want to do is try to get some information out of this video without watching it. So generating a whiteboard image, gonna generate some handwritten notes. Let's make a comic strip out of it for fun. There's like creative outputs. Let's see, any other ones that we want? No, I don't care to use any right now, just for testing. All right, and then let's see some images. Oh, this is cool. I just had this done this morning. I didn't even do it myself. I haven't checked that yet. All right. So let's do a podcast out of that so you guys can see that. I don't think we've done a podcast yet. Let's do a Clip Studio. All right. Clip Studio isn't working for Twitter. Clip Studio isn't working for the Twitter videos. I'm just gonna keep having Cortana call me. Oh, she's calling from the wrong number. She's calling from the 471 number. That's the problem. I think that's the problem. Okay. All right. So, okay, here we go. Tebow's unheard of SaaS success. Breaking down 700K MRR. Right? 700K MRR. All right. Playbook steps 1 through 4. Fast MVP and core users, identify users, validate, gather feedback. Playbook steps 5 through 8. Ultimate goals, product market fit, retention, iterate. Did someone just call? No. just want to get this working. I don't know why it's not. All right. Playbook steps, broad distribution, scale, resilience of a multi-product portfolio. Okay, that's awesome. Here's handwritten notes. It didn't get his name right because it's Tibo, Tibo. So that's interesting. All right. So these are handwritten notes, what it looks like. Here's a comic strip. So you can manage listening. Launch fast, learn faster, keep them coming back. All right, great stuff. All right, here's the podcast. Let's listen to that.
Dude, I just watched he built 4 separate saws to 100K plus MRR, and his entire portfolio is generating 700K per month. From Starter Story, and my mind is blown. This guy Tebow literally built 4 separate SaaS apps to over 100K MRR each, totaling 700K a month.
Wait, what? That's insane. How does someone even do that? What's his
It's
secret
crazy.
sauce? Like, seriously.
Honestly, the biggest takeaway is his obsession with user communication. He has a 12-step playbook, but it all boils down to deeply understanding user needs and constantly talking to them right from the MVP.
So it's not just about the tech or the clever idea, but actually listening to what people want and building that. That makes so much sense. But it feels overlooked sometimes.
Exactly. He says that user understanding is the #1 advice. It's how he consistently launches successful companies and builds that resilient multi-product portfolio. Total game changer.
Wow, okay. That's actually super actionable. I gotta watch that. Seriously impressive.
That's cool. That came out great. And the names are finally working. It used to not work with the names. It would give the wrong voices. So that's perfect. You could copy this. Let's see. Yep, you can copy the transcript of this actual podcast. You can download it. And you can embed it in a website and listen to it. It was pretty cool. All right, so let's try. All right, the Clip Studio is not working for Twitter yet. Let's see if it's working here. All right, let's do hook reel and learning tips. Let's see if those load for us. All right, so let's see. Missing virality score, that should be fixed. Found the issue, that should be fixed. Okay, so this one, Clip Studio not working for Twitter, that should be fixed. Perfect. All right. I love saying that should be fixed because it should be. All right. Assign assistant to handle incoming calls to this phone number. I'm obsessed with this phone call thing right now, so let's make sure I have the right thing in here. I know I keep saying I'm gonna move on, but I have a hard time with it when it's like, oh, it's working, and then I'm just like, I just want to try it, and it doesn't work. So, did the video generator work? No, right? Didn't work for Twitter. So generating scene, it's supposed to be working. So we'll just say seeing some issues with the AI video generator. Post those in. Again, if anyone has any questions or anything, please feel free. Be happy to help. Okay. So this should be going now. Here's fails because it generally clicks in syntax errors, patterns, evaluations, checking fix common mistakes. Alright, so let's throw that over here. Alright, so they're not working for, oh, those did work actually. Oh, perfect. Alright, hold on. He built 4 separate SaaS on kit before it was tired generated. Alright, so we don't need this down here. Obviously that's wrong, but this working is great. Built 4 separate SaaS to 100k OR. There's music playing, there's images playing, animations. This is awesome. Wow. Let's playbook steps. This is fucking crazy. It works. Resilience of a multi-product portfolio. Number one advice: understand user needs. All right. So the number. Oh, these might be captions it's trying to use. This looks beautiful. All right. All right. So this is this one's not working. Okay. That's good to know. All right. So how do we say this? Okay, so it's trying to fix something over here. All right, so we'll just give it the console and we'll say I tried with 3 different videos. One worked, one didn't, and gave us the black background with the yellow little dot, and then another one didn't work at all and never showed up, which I'm not sure is the case anymore actually, but let's see. Browser console. Oh, I thought I sent it. There you go. Alright, what else did we have going over here? That's working. That. Oh, this was fixing the error logs. Okay, that's good. User linked system MD service mask root cause of 28,000 errors per day. Jesus. Oh, you know what? I should show you guys stuff about security real quick. Like, really, it's tough to do with Cortana, I think, or like the OpenAI, but you could do it with the Claude Code and say, run a security audit and see if we're vulnerable anywhere. Also, let me know if there are any attackers trying to hack us. Run that. Billing, even if okay,
Control in the spotlight.
Get some
Right
more
now, let's
music
hear what's
going.
popular. I pulled these songs off Spotify's daily top songs chart.
I could be the twist, the one to make you stop. The icing on your cake, the cherry on the top. It's heaven in my heart, and we could find you some space. I could be the world to you, the missing piece, the extra sentimental kind of chemistry. Some people make it hard, with me that isn't the case. 'Cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come.
Let's get.
Said you don't got time to waste, but I hope maybe that your mind can change it. Private jet gon' fly away. Said you got taste for the finer things, yeah. Thinking you can be my summer secret. Surface level won't get underneath it. Underneath the short turn, just 100 meters. 100 meters, shoot my shot, you my buzzer beater. Buzzer beater, ayy, yeah.
I figured out the problem with the calls, I think.
Baby, yeah, this price going so far. Tired of flying coach and you tired of being co-star. Stick with me and we can be Bergman and Bogart. Feeling like
Where are we at now?
yes, I'm so far. Gone in the pond, getting small, I'm a whole shark.
That's
Poison
doing
in the pan when I
security
spit it, it's
audit.
so dark. Said you got drive, what's a rocket to
So
a
we'll take a look at
go-kart.
that
Yeah, you got the
after.
moves. Let me tell you where we about to go. Take it to the moon. Ain't nobody ever gotta know. It's just me and you. We can really do this on our own.
This is
keep it
working.
moving. Ay,
Validation
look,
code
now you
attached
trying to
to
tell me this
sensor.
timing is not right, yeah.
So
Acting
that's
like if
working.
we was on apps and you might swipe,
Okay,
yeah. Feeling
great.
you just don't want this to be
Let's
another
see
side
what else.
quest. Well, let me
I need to
remind
change
you.
clip
Said you
video.
don't got time to waste, but I hope maybe that your mind can change it. Private jet gon' fly away. Said you got taste for the finer things, yeah. Thinking you can be my
Clip Studio is loading. Come on, baby.
Underneath it, underneath the short turn, just 100 meters. 100 meters, shoot my shot, you my buzzer beater. Buzzer beater, yeah. Nothing like a summer in Chicago up on Michigan Ave. You took my heart for the summer, ain't no giving it
Twitter
back.
video
There's a
player
part of me
is
that's
not
hoping maybe
working.
this would've crashed, so I can have a good excuse to just
typing
leave
clips
this in the
over
past.
here.
Cause I'm too scared, maybe we getting in too deep. Lifetime spent up inside of these 2 weeks. Top of the world, you took me to new peace. When I'm not with you lately, I notice I lose sleep. So, whoa, let's redefine the terms of this agreement. Cause this could be more than just some flirting on the weekend. This perfect little secret.
Twitter
is
doesn't
hurt
allow
just to keep
embedding
it.
their
Not
videos
saying
on
that it's
external
uncertain, I would
domains.
regret. Italy for spring, Toronto for the fall.
Yeah, I thought we built our own video player for Twitter, so double check that.
Don't got time to waste, but I hope maybe that your mind can change it. Private jet gon' fly away. Said you got taste for the finer taste.
Clip
Don't want you to be my summer
Studio
secret. Summer
is
secret, surface level, let's get underneath it. Let's get underneath it. Long term, not 100 meters. No, it's 100 meters. Shoot my shot, you my buzzer beater. Buzzer beater. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, it's all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, 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 up. I was down, but now I'm
custom video Twitter player. Yes, I thought so.
It's all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah,
Now we have to generate a new one.
in that mud.
Let's get that
I was down, but now I'm up, up, up.
going. Do that again. We'll give it a minute.
Up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I picture this out of the park, moving so quick it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spent in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it. That's the way it should work. Yeah, yeah. I know some people gon' look at me crazy and I'm like, for what? Man, I was stuck, I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, it's all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, 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 up. I was down, but now I'm down. Now I'm up like a seesaw when I'm on a beat like an old man's lawn. Better keep off from the ground to the treetops. Got clouds on my feet like Jack in the beanstalk. Jumped off quick, went straight in a free fall. Cowboy hat and a mic singing yeehaw. Landed on my feet like a feline. Put him back in the seat like a recline. Ay, what you mean I'm not worthy? Did it with a purpose. Didn't need a permit. Digging from the bottom and I brought it to the surface. Mind your business now, who I worship. Who the little guy making big, big, big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick, 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 boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff. Probably thought it was a bluff. Till I went and turned it where I was down, but now I'm up, up. Let's go. Yeah. It's all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, 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 up. I was down, but now I'm up.
Come on, why is this not going?
to think the day was ruined when the clouds came, until I saw you standing in the rain. I used to think the world was always out to...
Hello?
Hey there, Ben. What's up?
Hey, who's this?
It's me, your holographic partner in crime, Cortana. I light up your
All
tech
right.
lights and keep your tasks from derailing.
All
Remember,
right.
you built the bridge.
So we're working
So,
now.
That's right. Ready to get moving? What's on the docket today, boss?
Oh man, well, we're doing a live stream video right now, as you know. So, what should we be doing today?
Got it. Let's keep things engaging. How about giving your viewers a behind-the-scenes look at your setup or walking through a cool automation project? Maybe something using N8N or a slick trick with Azure Document Intelligence. It'll keep them hooked and show off some of that Built by Ben magic. What do you think?
I'm actually doing a live stream right now where I'm showing some of that stuff too, especially with the products that I'm building. But I just wanted to show an example of what it looks like to actually be able to talk to my digital assistant on the phone, because I don't know if a lot of people are doing that yet. So just wanted to show an example, and again, thank you for all the hard work.
A live demo of our dynamic duo in action. Nice move. I'm always here to make you look good, Ben. If you need me to pull any tricks or fetch some info during the stream, just say the word. And hey, thanks for making me part of the show.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Catch you later, Ben. Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
All right. All right, Cortana in the building. Finally got it working. Okay, great. There we go. Cortana in the building. Let's go. Finally worked. I don't know why I'm so excited. I do. This is fun stuff. This is fun stuff. All right, coming up on 4 o'clock here. Probably going to start winding down. Let's check this again over here. Let's do a new one. Let's see if this stuff's working. Okay, good to go. All right, so this one is a Twitter one. This should be good. Let's get this one out of here. We already did that. Did that. Did that. Did that. Okay. All right, waiting on the transcript there. These should be good. This is the video player we were updating. All right, phone's working great. This should be working.
Until I saw you standing in my way, I say that you're the one. Too late to take it back. I thought of a million ways to tell this to you, but I just couldn't wait for that. You say that I'm the one. Too late to take it back. So why'd you take it back? Clouds are gone. The skies are blue. No other moment lasts as long as a moment with you. Every song.
All right, here we go. Beautiful. Clip Studio working. All right, now still all insights. Clip Studio showed up still as all insights, even though the virality part is working.
Gone so soon.
There should be things like hooks and tips in here, but I'm not seeing them. Right, so let's try to generate some clips here. Alright, all the virality stuff is working again. Generate 2 TikTok clips. Failed.
I guess I know why they call it fall in love. Cause you cannot fall forever. Gravity catching up to me, the ground surrounds me, falling head first.
Twitter
Hoping
clips.
it's all a dream. Reaching over, but it's all just sheets. Hoping every time I fall asleep.
So that's working on the hooks and topics and stuff like that. Edit text highlights, probably categorizing them. Fix that. Clip Studio is not working. There's a new issue. Clip extraction is failing.
One door opens, another closes.
Request isn't sending off token. Finish that. Let's put that away. Let's try this.
But the sky's still blue. Yeah, the sky's still blue. Yeah. If time is what I need, I've had enough. It's been too long for me without
So these are still working. Let's see how that goes. I don't think I've tried Instagram yet in different durations. So let's try that. Maybe landscape and persona. Alright, let's see what it does with all of these. Using 8 key points. Alright, so the thing is, we don't want just key points. Okay, so with the AI video generator, I want to make sure that we're looking at the entire transcript in addition to the key points, and that we're not just using the key points for everything, but also within the key points there are titles, but there's also the breakdowns and descriptions of the key points, and I want to make sure those are involved too, because it's important. We don't want to just make everything looking like they're just titles. Alright, so first video is done. That's the key points TikTok. Let's check it out. So this is a video B-roll here. Interesting. Alright, it's not working as intended. But the video B-roll is awesome. Okay. Looks like we're getting somewhere. But then it kind of breaks down around here. So that's something we'll need to fix. But that's great. This is the very first one I've seen have any video B-roll, not just an image. Alright, so that's breaking down. This is Instagram quote cards. Alright, so it looks like we're having good starts, but we're not able to finish well. This is a landscape quick summary with a video B-roll. Awesome. Love it. I think we're not getting past like the first scene. For all the AI video generated clips that we made, we're not getting past the first scene. And I'm also seeing duplicates between what looks like the title and maybe potentially captions. Alright, we'll send that in there. Throw that through. Alright, let's try this one. YouTube Shorts tips. Alright, so this is a problem. We need to get that out of there. Yeah, it looks like we're not making it past the first scene. Okay, so there's an issue. But this is looking so much better. It's crazy how much better this is. Beautiful. I'll take it. I'll take the wins. Alright, is the Clip Studio working? Alright, so we need to fix that. Let's try this again. See if that is working now. Alright, I'm gonna start winding down here. It's 4 o'clock. Gonna have to leave in a few minutes, so let's pull back here. All right. Thank you everybody for joining me. We've been on here for about 2.5 hours now, vibe coding, working with Claude Code, Open Claude, trying things, experimenting. I'm just trying to get more comfortable doing this, being on camera again, and I'll be able to start turning this into more content. There's a lot of cool things that we've talked about here, and just really excited to be getting back into this. Thank you for everyone who's supporting and watching. I hope you guys are learning from this. I definitely want to hear feedback. I'm vibe coding a specific product that I'm working on, but of course I'd be happy to do Q&A sessions, build other projects on the side to show you guys certain things. But for now, it seems like the guidance is from me, and it's just based on what I want to do and show you guys. So happy to show you different things, but if there's anything you want to see specifically, please let me know, and I'd be happy to. So I've been doing live stream videos so far. This is the third one. I'm going to start doing more recorded YouTube videos with specific topics, so it's more packaged. And it's great to be on live streams, but not everybody has hours and hours to sit around watching, and I totally understand. So thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. I'll speak with you on whatever platforms you find me on. I'm trying to be more active on X, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn as the main four here. So if you find me, hang out, come talk, and thanks again, everybody. Have a good one.